My sister lied about being sick for years to ruin my life, so I told my family about her dinner, and saw her beg while everyone else walked away. Let me start from the beginning. My Morgan, her younger sister, was born 2 months ago. Bluer than a robin's egg before its time, and where she spent her first 3 years of life. Connected to tubes and machines at Kids Hospital of Philadelphia, of course. My parents were very to protect her. They would camp out by her, next to her bed, by every toy she pointed out and tell me to stop going out with. I thought at first that her friends would watch her. Yes, she was my chronically sick little sister after all. But then Morgan grew up and got better. She no longer needed air tanks or food tubes and could live a completely normal life. But by this time, she had found out that being sick earned her anything she wanted. Whether it was something, things, or just sympathy and attention, her headaches started to happen for no reason. Bring it back whenever she had math homework. Mom and Dad would sneak the books away, taking them out and putting in Ben and Jerry's Little Big Monkey and Netflix. By the Morgan was 11 years old when I was 16 years old. Got good at her show, and it bothered me, since her pain only happened when the best times were when I played college football at Lincoln High School. She got an odd. I had stomach cramps that made my parents. I left my first game early because she got into Penn State but fell during my happy birthday dinner at Olive Garden, and we stayed the night in the emergency room on the first floor of Jefferson Hospital. Doctors found nothing wrong with the worst part was that she would laugh at she went with me when our parents weren't looking, even tried to make hurtful faces in the pot. I tried to show my mom and dad once, but Morgan had already told them. I didn't like the attention she asked for my lover because of her state. Ethan was there for 8 months before Morgan got. She made up fake images to show him, of texts in which I'm said to have said she was a fake and wished she would just leave where the split happened at coffee shop on Market Street that Ethan put his phone on the table in front of me to show me the proof Morgan had put together. I wouldn't be with someone who acted badly towards their sick sister. Morgan texted me a picture of themselves wearing the Eagles. I got that jumper for Christmas from Ethan. Was the point where I broke down for 5 years, saw her take everything. That was I started to watch her because she was important to me, carefully and much more closely than anyone else. I saw the same pattern over and over again. She grabbed Morgan, who was in a lot of pain. Right side. Whether it was her head, she always asked for chicken or kidneys. Mom first, never Dad. Her pain was almost every time. They got between 8 and 10 on the medical scale, and she recovered in just 2 to 3 hours, which there was just enough time to fix everything. I had planned as soon as I saw this trend. I came up with my plan, and this Sunday at our once-a-month family dinner went down better than I could have. I thought we were having our usual getting together with all of the aunts, uncles, and cousins at the house of Grandma Helen in Germantown, where about 20 people were crammed in around her big wood dining table. Had been in our family for many years. 20. I excused myself a few minutes before dinner to the bathroom on the 2nd floor and took a video on my phone. In that movie, I told them I was ready to make a false claim about being promoted at. I planned ahead for my marketing firm in downtown. Morgan's answer was that she would wait for the cheers to die down before grabbing her right side and crying out for her mom. She ranked her pain as an 8 out of 10. Had to lie down right away and ask her mom to take her to the hospital. If the pain didn't go away, I stood for 20 minutes during dinner. Got up and hit my wine glass with a drawing a butter knife all over. Pay attention. The conversation ended as 20 pairs of eyes were on me, so I told them that I had been given a senior job boss with a big pay rise at Henderson and Associates. All of you erupted in cheers and congratulations. Uncle Brian stroked my back, and my cousins, Brittany and Ashley, pulled me close, and Mom was so proud of the loud sound of clapping can be heard the eating room of Grandma. Many thanks and jokes about how I finally had enough money to leave my studio. My Uncle Brian made fun of me in the flat, becoming the rich niece of the family, while Grandmother was already talking about I might be able to help her with her medication. I wore a smile on my face while I spent money. Hello, and thanks to everyone, but my Morgan was the center of attention, sitting at the long table's farthest end between my Aunt Melissa and Cousin Jake, being careless as you move around the mashed. There were potatoes on her plate for a short time. She looked like she was really happy for me. I almost did, but I knew her too well. I saw the exact time something changed in her face was humble, as it often is. Morgan was born fragile, so small, so early, that the doctors didn't think she'd make it through her first week. She spent the first 3 years of her life in and out of the hospital, hooked up to monitors and IVs. My parents never left her side. They did everything for her, and I understood. I was the older sister. I was expected to be strong, patient, and quiet. When she got better, we all celebrated. But Morgan didn't stop. She learned something early. Pretending to be in pain meant everyone would drop what they were doing. And they did every time. Her stomach would cramp up before my football games. She'd faint at my birthday, cry at family vacations. And her pain always got her out of homework, chores, or anything she didn't want to do. My parents were blind to it. I wasn't at first. I thought maybe I was being paranoid. But the patterns were too clear. Her pain always came when something good was happening to me. Then came Ethan, my boyfriend. We were together 8 months. He supported me, believed in me. Until Morgan got involved. She showed him fake texts. Said I hated her. That I wished she hadn't survived. He believed her, and he walked out of my life. That was my breaking point, so I started documenting everything. Every lie, every outburst, every fake emergency. I kept videos, screenshots, and voice memos. I noticed she always clutched her right side, claimed pain between 8 and 9, never a 10, never a 5. Just believable enough. Then, I set the stage. A family dinner. 20 relatives gathered at grandma's. I announced a fake job promotion complete with a raise. Everyone cheered. Except Morgan. She waited. And then, right on cue, she clutched her side and groaned. Said she might need to go to the hospital. My parents rushed to her. The room quieted. Concern spread like wildfire. I stood up, but not to help. I took out my phone and hit play. The first video was of me, filmed 20 minutes earlier, explaining exactly what Morgan would do. Her movements, her words. The moment she'd try to hijack my celebration, the room froze. Then I showed more security footage from school. Morgan practicing how to faint. Text messages she faked to sabotage my relationship. A voice recording of her laughing with her friend, saying, "It's the only way they'll listen to me." Watching Riley get mad. It's kind of fun. And then, she snapped. She screamed. Told me I had everything. That faking pain was the only way she ever felt seen. She admitted it all. In front of everyone. I didn't scream back. I didn't cry. I looked around the room at my stunned family. My mother, hand over her mouth. My father, silently shaking his head. And then I left. Not in rage. Not to prove anything. But because I finally could. Morgan cried behind Muriel tears. This time, not performance. Not manipulation, just pain. The pain of finally being seen for who she truly was. I walked out into something I hadn't felt in years. Peace. For the first time. I wasn't the background character in her tragedy. Wasn't the cruel sister in her fantasy. I was me. I was free. And I'm never going back.